welcome to Miniature Mayhem, and I am going to be sharing with you making tiny things with a little bit of crafting, a little bit of things that you can find either at the dollar store or Amazon or Etsy or wherever. And I'm starting this channel because I love miniatures, and I didn't think the videos would be appropriate for my other YouTube channel, which is all about selling on Etsy. So here we go. Here are the videos. So today I'm going to be talking about this, making this UV resin mold of the little mason jar. And this is, it comes in two sizes. There's a larger one and a smaller one. I have made this one into a little vase with some fake flowers in it, and this one was made into a little tiny water glass with some miniature ice cubes and a lemon slice. So I'm going to show you how I make this this mold work, and then in later videos I can talk about any of these other things that you want to see. But today let's talk about mason jars. All right, so I was gonna make this video and then I realized I didn't have any gloves left, so I ran to the store because UV resin, you want to make sure that you are protecting your hands. I also have just above here a little, can't see it, a little fan that blows away, that blows the, resin is very stinky and it does have vapor, so you want to make sure that you can ventilate your area with an open window. You can wear a face covering if you'd like as well. I'm just using UV resin that I found on Amazon. I've used it mostly, I use it for sealing earrings, like you can see. I make tiny earrings too, but I use it to seal earrings, and it gives just a nice glossy finish, and it protects the wooden earrings from getting damaged by wear and tear, or if you happen to get them wet. So this is the resin that I bought. I also have this UV light that I purchased off Amazon as well. I think it's made for gel nails, but it works really well for curing resin. UV resin is the kind that you can quickly cure under a light, and I like it because I have no patience for regular resin, and I do mostly small projects, so it's never been a problem. But so there's instructions here. So this is almost gone. I've used quite a bit of it, but it's worked really well so far. So there's that. Okay, so this mold, it goes together kind of like this. It's got a seam at the bottom, and this has become a little problematic for the resin. So I'm not going for perfection here because these are miniatures and they're cute, right? So you kind of push this together. See, try to get a good seal. You can probably tape the edges of this. I haven't tried that yet though. So what I kind of do is hold it kind of like sandwich it together so that the edges aren't bowed, but that it is a good seal. Then I take the resin. I'm going to do, let's see, I'll do the large one first. So you get the resin ready and you fill it up. For these, you want to fill it more than half, so just above that B there. And if it's too much, you can trim it off at the end. I'll show you what that looks like. But if it's not enough, it won't completely make a lid, which, trust me, I've been there. Okay, so then you take, this is the plug that makes it hollow. If you didn't want it hollow, you could probably just fill this up to the top, but since I want mine to look hollow, you take this, you push it down. You can see it comes up to the top, so I maybe poured this one a little heavy. Yep, see there, it's dripping. All right, so then you kind of get it to where it could go all the way down, but I've put too much in, so look at that. See, this is why we wear gloves. Then you put it under the light, UV light, and let it cure. So I'm going to give that a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, you can see what happened to the resin there. You want to make sure you're also working on it. This is my work surface. I beat it to all heck. And that's what happens to resin. It's liquid and then it's solid. So I usually give this just enough time so that it's not liquid anymore. And sometimes you have to put it, kind of have to move it around. You just want it to kind of be hard enough so that it's not liquid. Then you can peel. Okay, see, look how cute that is. It's like a little jar. And then you can pull this out. I'm going to put another glove on because safety first, kids. Safety first. And how isn't this mayhem? So then this is where you kind of twist this. You don't want to yank too hard because you can see this was just made from a couple pieces of silicone. So I just kind of zhuzh this back and forth a little bit until it comes out. Okay. Or you can give it a minute to cool off if you have any patience at all, and I do not. Okay, so there we go. So you can see this one, I had a little bit too much resin in it, so which is fine. And now I take, you could take a nail file. I have these clippers that I use for just craft jewelry making. Watch your eyes, people, watch your eyes. So then you're gonna clip around the edges. If you're looking for perfection, this is probably the wrong channel for you. Protective eyewear is a good idea. Okay, so then I just kind of clip the major jagged edges around. So then the next one I do, I'll make sure to not fill it as full. And I could mark the mold, but I mean, that would make too much sense. So you kind of get it to where you feel like you got a good, okay, so then there you go, clip. There's a little split there, so I didn't do as good a job of pushing the mold together on all sides, but it's pretty good. You can go around with your fingers. You can use a nail file here and sort of file down anything that appears to be in the wrong place. Generally, I mean, that looks pretty good to me. You could smooth it out. Again, I'm not going for perfection because it's a miniature that's going to go on one of my miniature bookshelves. And so how cute is that? Now, at this point, I put it back under the light for a few seconds, and then I get a baby wipe and wipe down the mold. These work better when they're clean. You could also wash them with soap and water. That's probably what you should do, but I am also lazy, and this is what I do. So you wipe these down, put them to the side. I also have little mini ice cube mold, which works kind of the same way. You put the resin in the top, you cure it, and then you kind of pop it out, which is how I made the tiny little ice cubes that are in this drink. The lemon slice was just one I cut out with my laser machine, and excuse me, goodness, I make little tiny things. So this one is a strawberry. You could put a strawberry on the top of this. You could also buy these. They make them in plastic, silicone. I mean, there's tons of stuff you can buy if you're looking for miniatures. Okay, so the jar it's stiff now. It's no longer squishy. The top is a little squishy, and it could just be because there's not enough resin there. So you could go back in and put a little bit of resin in there to fortify it. More than likely, I mean, look and see the top of these are jagged. Once they have flowers in them, you can't tell. Again, I'm not going for perfection here. So then once you get the jar done, I'll do another video on how to make this into a little flower vase, or I have this little jar full of pencils. I'll do another video on that. For now, that is it. Let me know in the comments what questions you have, and definitely subscribe, and you'll be getting updates as we go forward with this mayhem journey. See you next time.